What is up, everybody? It is Least coming to you with Stromkarlen. We've got yet another CPL Apocalypse show match coming at you. We're real excited for this one. In one corner, we have IRK's new up-and-coming Terran father playing for Passion Daddies. And in the other corner, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Little Chava, a.k.a. Keen from Clan DM. Which team is he representing?
Samyang Fire.
Samyang Fire.
Come on, man.
Of course. That's my bad. So, Strom, please tell us more about these Apocalypse show matches.
All right, guys. So this is your first time tuning in. You picked a good day because our match today is actually a special edition show match. We have a winner versus winner, assistant coach versus assistant coach. TBZ here, it's going to be epic. And we've also kind of updated our format a little bit after the stream died on us on Sunday. So hopefully Blizzard won't give us any issues, but we've hopefully fixed the graphics. So it should be a lot clearer and not as pixelated for you guys on Twitch. So let us know if that helps us out. And big shout out to Cold_Warpgate, who is our observer today and is actually also doing the producing for the stream. So he's running all the overlays and keeping the audio good so that we can just basically fool around and hopefully be mildly entertaining instead of fixing stream issues. All right, so this show match series is put on to you by CPL. And it is inspired by the Korean End of the World series in honor of the Apocalypse. We do live cast and observe these matches, so they are going on right here, right now. And the map pool is set order, and it's 8 CPL maps plus Escalade off of ladder. So these kind of show matches give our more experienced CPL players a chance to really work on their series prep and showcase their learning in the league.
But you might say, what is CPL? What are we doing right now? CPL, Coach Pupil League, it's a league. If you're just getting turned on to StarCraft Brood War, you've come to the right place. Coach Pupil League, we'll go ahead and link that Discord in the chat. It is an opportunity for new players to get hooked up with the players that have been around the scene for a long time, that have been continuing to coach up new players. So it's a great opportunity to improve, and it's a great opportunity to get competition with a similar skill level.
Right. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, if you want to join, make sure you definitely join the Discord and then DM Queen to get on the wait list. We're accepting a lot of new people because of the coronavirus.
All right. And just to add to that, if you enjoy these casts, check out our Team Liquid thread for this show match series, which is updated by Art of Turtle, the fabulous Art of Turtle, another assistant coach for CPL. And it has links to all the VODs from all 7 of these already completed series. So this is our 8th. I'd say 8.5 because we didn't manage to finish the one on Sunday due to technical issues. But there's 7 of these that are already completed, and the VODs are linked in the Team Liquid thread. They're also on Lee's Twitch, and they're also on the CPL YouTube channel because Gorgonoff has updated that. So you can find them in all different places, and you should definitely go check them out because there are some great games in those VODs. Also, check out the Google Calendar that is for CPL. I keep it updated myself, so any little lectures, Apocalypse series, CPL casts are all going to be going on that calendar, so you can find them and make sure that you tune in for anything that you want to see and plan your schedule around it in advance, because I'm sure everyone has lots of dedicated events currently in the state that we're in. All right, coming up next, make sure you tune in on Wednesday because this is a special edition match. We have an analysis stream from these 2 players. If you watch the previous matches, they both gave amazing interviews after their games, and we had requests to have them come back. So we are going to do an analysis stream with these 2 coaches on the games that are being played today. So I'm going to pick a couple of these games, and we're going to go through them with the coaches, with the players, and they will let you know what they were thinking in different areas. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope you check it out. Also tune in on Thursday for Match of the Week at 6 p.m. EDT, and that is going to probably be Sat Zero casting with somebody else, and it'll be just like highlight matches from this week of CPL. That's on the CPL Twitch. And the next Apocalypse match is going to be on Friday the 24th. And that is going to be another TVZ between Sam Yang Fire's coach, Relentless, and new addition to Operation Indecision, Tier 0 Zerg player, Ironcase Olin. So that's going to be another epic TVZ. You definitely want to tune in for that.
And as always, I want to give a big shout out to the Bombastic Star League, BSL. They just casted the round of 24 on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Those are going to be on Zero's Twitch. You will also want to make sure you tune in for the group stage round of 16. Group A and B are going to be this weekend on Saturday and Sunday, and Group C and D are going to be the next week after that. So I'll go ahead and link Zero's Twitch as well. Final update, everyone's most important update for our super generous supporters. Where is Strom's mic? Could not tell you. It has not been updated on tracking in the last 4 days. So we think it was just because it was the weekend, but we're pretty sure it is in Canada and on the way to Stromkarlen on the West Coast. All right. And with all that said, let's get right into the games. We got both our players ready.
Yep. I'm excited for this match. All right. I'm super excited for this match.
This is going to be such a good one. We had both these guys win convincingly. During their respective Apocalypse matches. So this is going to be a good one.
All right, guys. We do have DM Keen from Standing Fire in the top left-hand corner of Overwatch. And we have Ironcase Father from Team Passion Daddies in the bottom right corner of the map. All right. Overwatch. Overwatch is where it's at.
You really like this map a lot, don't you? Other than
I think it's really interesting. Like, even in, I don't like playing in it CVP, but like I just think it's an interesting map in general. And I enjoy playing on it.
Nice.
So I don't know. I just think it's a cool looking map, and I feel like the games on Overwatch are interesting all the time.
I like Overwatch a lot too. I mean, obviously as a Protoss player I would, but you know, my favorite part of today is that it's TVZ. It's my vacation day. I'm just going to sit back, mail it in, and let Strom do the heavy analysis. It's going to be a good time, guys. You get to listen to who you really want to hear talk.
Right, I guess I get to do more than just ask pointed questions in this matchup.
I will be the one asking questions. I can't say if they're pointed or not.
Well, I mean, I have been trying in those TVPs to be like, hey, are they going for a 2-base push? Or are they getting a 3rd base? And you somehow always get the answer wrong. It's impressive.
I will manage to say, hey, pretty sure he's going for a 2-base push. Then he's not going for a 2-base push. So it'll be a good time.
Right. Alright, it does look like we are just going to have Keen take a 12 patch of the expansion, unhindered thus far in his build. And yeah, was that a... Oh, no. Alright. Looking good. Just looking standard so far. I think Father's doing CC first, which is going to be unpunished.
Yeah, that's really nice from Father. He really loves... I know for a fact that he really likes this map as well, especially against Zerg with the full wall-in that you can do. It makes it a lot easier to go mech. It makes it a lot easier to go CC first without being punished, everything like that.
Right, and I do know that, like, the last time that we saw Father play one of these matches, it was also TVZ. Like, I haven't seen Keen's ZVT before, because he played CVP last time he was on here. But Father, when he did his TVZ series, he only went mech on one map. But I know for a fact that he's been actually practicing some Goliath build, and some, I think, forward 8 racks into 1-on-1. So I'm kind of thinking we might see him mix it a little bit more than we did last time he was on here, when he just kind of did the whole light style 2X Academy every game. As Jagan would say, very innovative. Who knew it was so good against her?
Who knew?
Who knew? Right.
Ian says, JD is messaging me. Of course.
Alright. We do have 2 hatchery play from Chava. Or Keen. I want to call him Chava because he's Chava on Discord, but he's playing under Keen, so we should really just call him Keen.
You know, it's just like, I say it all the time, it's like Shuttle and Eyewater, man. You can't get rid of that original name.
Well, we can't. Okay, the thing is, though, like, Eyewater is a terrible ID. Keen is not a terrible ID. Little Chava and Keen are both fine IDs. Keen might even be better.
You're right.
It's just that I'm used to calling him Chava. I think I think he is Keen on Discord. I think he's just Chava in the CPL spreadsheet. Alright, that SCV scout going to get... Yeah, and look, the SV scout goes down and he throws down a Hydra Den. So this is going to be 2 Hatch Lurker play. He does have quite a few drones behind this, so it's not going to be... I suspect it might be like 2 Hatch Lurker and 2 Base Defiler, because the actual Lurker push is not going to be as fast as if you... Because if you do like a 10 drone on minerals, 3 drones on gas, 2 Hatch Lurker, it's like, it hits super fast and it's extremely all-in. But this seems to be like, he might transition into Hive out of this. Or he might just kill him, I'm not sure. There is a full wall off in front of Terran's base, so we'll see how this goes.
We do see Father going for some factories, I believe, so how are Lurkers supposed to hold up against that? I mean, I know that obviously tanks are really good against Lurkers, but how are tanks or Lurkers versus Goliaths?
Well, here's the thing. When you go mech, your detection is actually quite a bit later. So, yeah. So the thing is like, he might have to just kill him with Lurkers. Like, I don't know that there's much transitioning out of this, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes for Keen. But it is, he does see, like, that there's no, like, 4 pictures are showing us that there's no Marine Medic Force there in the natural. So, like, he might know, or like, Keen should know that it's not bio. Like, I think he can see the barracks too with his Overlord. Like, the barracks isn't blinking. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't see the barracks.
Yeah. So, I mean, he should know it's mech. But we'll see. I don't know. It could be really good because he doesn't, like, you see, Father doesn't really have any units.
Yeah, Father really depending on that wall and holding up, and obviously against a big, scary Lurkerling bust, there's a possibility that wall goes down, especially with no real defending force to speak of.
Yeah, and look, because with mech, your scans are so late, so he's just assuming that it's 2x muted, even though he didn't see this fire go down. So he, like, Father still doesn't know it's Lurkers. He has no idea. Chava knows that it's mech because he has his Overlord there. Yeah, and that turret, like, it isn't an anti-Lurker turret, so he can just take this out, and the scans are a ways away for Father.
Man, this is looking pretty scary. We've only got 3 Goliaths out as opposed to 4 Lurkers and a lot of wings. More Goliaths joining the party, but the question is, will it be in time before this flood of Zerg is able to just overrun?
Yeah. Right, so I mean, the thing, like I was saying, is scan's late. Just to clarify, guys, the reason that it's scan late is because his academy is late. Question mark.
With the question mark. Wow. The bold plays.
Alright, we do see some speedlings coming in, and the Lurkers. Father just macroing out Goliath. I don't know that he's going to be able to... Okay, he does have a tank now. We'll see what upgrade he went for first. If he has Siege soon, I still don't know that he started an academy.
Does not look like it. He's just dependent on those turrets.
On those turrets, yeah.
The Lurker's pretty dang far away from the turrets, and by the time they get up there, they should be able to take it out. Is he going to be forced to lift?
Alright. Looks like Father just, like, oh, he does lose the tank, which is not ideal. Alright, it's gonna go ahead and bring some more Goliaths down. I did have a talk with Father yesterday. I said, before you GG out of any of these games, please think of me. Because we do know that Father has a characteristic early GG timing, but I do feel like he might be out of this one. There's just not enough detection to deal with the lurkers. You really need scan to stop this, and he's just lost like tanks and SCVs. And Chava actually, or Keen, is taking a third base behind this. And I'm not sure, we haven't seen a shot of his base lately. I'm not sure if he's teching out of it. Alright, not teching out of it, but does have a third hatchery. So he is building a lot of lurkers and he's fairly on. Oh man, the decision to build the academy on the low ground maybe was not the best. Yeah. Yeah, you really just need scan ASAP against this, I think. It's not exactly a combination you see super often, 2x lurker versus mech. But yeah, looks super strong. Father does tap out, and we have a 1-0 lead for our third player from DM Clan and Saming Fire. DM Keen. The series.
We gotta.
He always mixes it in. I remember that one. There was always that iconic show match I casted between Yenta and Father. I don't know if I casted it with you. I might have casted it with Tim.
I think you casted it with Tim.
Yeah, where I think Father went 14 CC 3 times and DBS twice. Like.
Oh my gosh.
All or nothing. This man.
That's a bold play. Didn't Yenta respond by going overpool every game?
Yeah, I think he did. He actually went like overpool into 2 edge meta every single game, because I think like that was the time where Tai 2 had that build on
both our players are ready. Let's get right into it. Man, that felt good. For once in my life, I was able to cut you off instead of the other way around. Man,
I was okay. All right, we have DM Keen in the bottom right hand corner, and we have IRK's Father, our third player, in the level top position on Silted. The bad for splitting, good for mining position.
Yeah, feels good.
As I like to refer to it as.
Feels good every other time other than when you're initially getting those workers out to mine. Literally, for those of you that actually practice splits, guaranteed this is not something you practice very often.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Silphid is becoming such a popular common map that I feel like learning to split on this map is starting to actually become quite important. You know?
Yeah, I'm with you. Someone will have to put like a UMS map or something like that has updated, that has like Silphid on it. Ooh, Father going for the wall off, it looks like, at the front. He does have enough room to fit a barracks down there. We'll see if it's linked tight. Do you know if that's linked tight with barracks on bottom, supply depot on top?
I have an alarm going off in my driveway. Okay, it's done. I don't know if you heard that or not. But is it tight? Is it linked tight? I'm not sure. I know you can wall on Silphid. Yeah, I think you need.
Is top. Is.
Oh, I was gonna say I think you need an extra supply depot, but I'm not sure. I actually don't know Terran walls that well. All right, looks like it is going to be a gas expand from Father. So it looks like he probably is going to be going into mech for 1-on-1 this game. We'll see what he decides to do. And looks like King going 12 patch again. So just no bullshit from either player. Last game was last game. This game is this game.
You like to see the confidence from Father. He's like, you know what? Even though last game didn't go the way I wanted it to, I believe I got a good chance this game. I just gotta work out the kinks, turn things around, and see what happens.
All right, I'm so excited to see Father play mech. I've like hardly ever seen him play mech. On RK, it's like Father and Royal Blue are the most active Terrans on the B team, and Royal like always plays mech, and Father like always plays 2X Academy. So it's like it's pretty nice to see them mix it up.
Yeah, for sure. It's nice to see. I was totally expecting, based like we were talking about earlier, based on the previous Apocalypse show match we had involving Father, I was expecting pretty much all bio all the time, but Father deciding to mix it up, mix in some mech.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he has been practicing this. I think he was practicing on ladder, and I think he might have been practicing it with Olin as well before VWCL. I'm not sure. So, yeah, good to see. I suspect we're just going to see 2X Muta this game, not 2X Lurker, especially because I think this SEB Scout actually might live all the way until the layer finishes. But we'll see. I think he does have... I think there's 2 links at the natural as well, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no. Yeah, this is 2X Muta with the sunk. For sure. So, I guess, sorry. The sunk is for the vulture. I'm an idiot.
I was... At least you're not as bad as me. I was like gonna make a big deal about if the sunken was coming on time, and it's like 30. It's like well early enough to stop any particular vulture movement.
Yeah, so if you just use the second drone that hatches from the natural and you just go ahead and make that into a sunk, it should be on time. So unless you have like a really short rush distance.
Yeah, vulture not really going to get much damage, just there to kind of get map control for Father, allow him to expand behind, and keep Zerglings from being super annoying. Of course, if you micro vultures well, they can kill infinity Zerglings.
Right, yeah. That vulture is just there to do a soft contain, or well, actually, it's a hard contain on Zerg. So it prevents, like, ideally, you would want to put that third hatchery down from 2X Muta at another expansion. That would be the ideal situation for Zerg, because then you can get a third gas much faster. But the vulture stops that from happening, because you actually can't get anything out on the map. Is that a raid? Did he go 1-1-1? Oh no, it's another vulture.
Just another vulture.
Man, do I have least curse?
You have the least curse, the get everything wrong possibilities. It's a wonderful being me, just getting wrecked on the regular.
Right. All right. We did see. Oh, go ahead.
This is actually, I don't know if you would know this because it's more of a Terran question. When you're going for the Goliath, why is it that you get machine shop? Don't you just need an armory and a... You don't need a machine shop to build Goliaths, right? Oh,
you don't.
Range, of course.
Yeah. You have to get it for upgrades. Yeah.
Rip Strong. Asking her a pointed question and then immediately not giving her a chance to answer.
Yeah. It's okay. I don't know Terran things anyways. It's not important. I mean, technically you're the one of us who tried to learn TVZ, so...
Technically. Very technically, that's true. Know how many mechs I did when I was trying to learn TVZ?
Well, you never tried them against me.
I never, ever did. I was doing 2 racks of CAD the entire time with my 150 APM.
Yeah, it was great. Anyways, yeah, it was actually really good because that was the time period where I just like wasn't winning against any Terran player ever at all, but I could still beat you, so it was okay. You know?
It was the confidence boost that you really needed. I just knew that was going on, so I was like, all right, I'll do this one.
Alright, so we did see those mutas come in and steer out the vultures. So that's the very important thing. As soon as you get your mutalist out against mech, you want to get rid of those vultures that are in front of your base so you can go ahead and expand. And now he's just going to come in and check and make sure, see if he can pick off any SE. And just like keep Terran afraid of walking across the map, basically. You just don't want to let Terran walk across the map. So he's gonna make him build turrets. because the more turrets he builds, the less Goliaths he builds, and yeah, basically just keep tearing at home with your mutas. Don't lose them, keep tearing at home. And it looks like that's exactly what he's doing.
And both players in typical fashion, macroing super well, keeping their money super low. I mean, the most I think I've seen Father get up to is this right now, where he's getting up to like 400. So it's just, if you're watching Brood War first time, this is the most important skill. Is just out of.
All right, and I think that it looks. I don't think Chava threw down a Hydroden yet, so I think he's probably going to be. Yeah, he's going to be defending this push with Mutalisks and Sunks. So Goliaths essentially suck against Sunk. They're really, really bad. So if you just have a couple Sunks at each of your expansions and just keep building Mutalisks, and he probably has +1 carapace on the way, he should be able to hold this. Nice Overlord pickoff from Father. And that is a ton of Mutalisks from Keen. So I don't think that Father is going to push into this.
Is it just pretty much an auto hold, assuming that you don't get destroyed in the game by some vultures or something? Like, assuming you might grow well as your opponent.
I mean, you can hold the push. I mean, if you don't, it's like any push, really. You can hold it or you can not hold it. The game's not over for Terran. If that's what you
That is cool. There's two options. It's 50-50. Either hold it or you don't hold it.
Yeah. It just like, is it possible to hold? Yes.
Does take some micro, though. Does take some good engages.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing about mech in general is it requires less micro than playing against bio. But we do see this is going to be a... Oh no, he is pushing up, so he's going to bring units back. See if he can pick up some drones here. Father might actually end up losing all these Goliaths, because that's a lot of Mutalisks. And Mutalisks are actually quite good. But nice micro from Father. We do see that he is... I think he's like hand-targeting Mutalisks. Oh no, now he's targeting the Sun. And Chava was targeting Goliaths as well. So that is a lot of Mutalisks. But we do see Zerg ahead in supply now, so definitely not an ideal push for Father. He got like, what, 2 Sunks?
Yeah, 2 Sunks and not much else. And now he's got a huge counter attack coming back at his base with multiple Mutalisks.
Yeah, I mean, Keen can actually just like move all of those Mutalisks into the main right now. And this actually isn't as good, I think, because he's taking damage they just need to take. But the thing is, though he is going mass Munich, he is doing it off 3 gas, not 4 gas. He's only going to take his 4 base now. So it's not quite as... Oops. It's not quite as scary as if you have mass Mutalisk over 4 gases. Like, if you look at his money, like Keen's money, he consistently is having 400 more minerals than gas. So just imagine if he had like a 4th gas, he would be able to spend all of that money, like all of those minerals on Mutalisks.
So he did some reasonable army movement there, buying in like half of his mutas and taking damage. Puts Father back in a reasonable position. I still feel like, in my opinion, in my completely unknowledgeable opinion, please correct me if I'm wrong, it still feels like a pretty good position for Keen.
Yeah, and the other thing is we did see Father add some tanks, and Keen hasn't gone Hydralisk, so he doesn't actually need the ground units. Like, he probably just wants pure Goliath right now, and I actually think pushing into this natural is kind of a terrible idea. Although we can see I guess he can siege the Sunks with the tank, which is nice. But I think those Mutalisks have +1 carapace. Yeah. So they're doing pretty well against Goliaths. Just gonna go ahead and... Yeah, looks like Father going to setting up to take a third base. And if you can get 4 base mech and get your irradiate out, it becomes a lot harder for her. Because you can't really go mass muta anymore, you kind of have to transition to either like Queens, Queen Hydra, Hydra Muta, Ultra Drop, something, because irradiate just wrecks mass muta.
Right. So that's like a screen's worth of Mutalisks. He's just really trying to build either or goes to wipe out this push. Looks like he's going to go for a counter, I believe.
Yeah, counter or flank. Definitely gets those mutas right on the map. He's actually going to try and catch reinforcements. I think that's what this is for. Specifically.
That's a really smart play, I feel like. Even though he's kind
of actually this is actually really bad for Keen because he has half of his mutalisks at the bottom and half of his mutalisks at the top. And that's just like it sucks for Goliath, first of all, Goliath. But he has a lot of mutalisks, so he might be fine. We'll see. Father manages to get his Goliath up.
Yeah,
alright, we're gonna see
no, you go ahead.
I was just gonna talk about targeting.
Go ahead.
The reinforcements from Keen.
This is so sick. Okay, so it looks like the Goliaths are going to be wiped out, and that will, if he finds third Father take, he should be able to wipe it out with really no ground army to speak of. He is sending 2 Lings over there, and that's just going to be, like, there are no turrets up. He's going to scout this and should immediately hand over his Mutalisks.
Yeah, like I was talking a second ago about like targeting and micro during the fight, and we did see that while that was going on, Father's minerals went up to like 1.6k. So he was not microing during that not macroing during that fight. And Keen obviously was because he had that reinforcement round of Mutalisks come in. So I don't know, I'm worried for Father right now. Keen seems very prepared for this match.
Definitely not prepared for the pop.
Dude, you're cutting out a lot. I'm not sure why. And I'm not sure if everyone else is having a problem with it as well. Okay, so we do have some Lings coming in here just to harass that third base. There's no units here, only SCPs. So I think Father's just gonna try and get some Goliaths over here. Definitely very annoying. While the Muta's just like coming in and trying to cut this off. I'm kind of interested that he took that third actually, because I feel like I see Terran take this fakey high ground third a lot on Tilted when they play mech. And I feel like that actually is better. I think he has a radiate now.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, not enough energy. Not enough energy. I think this might be it. Like, Keen is starting to be very up on supply, and I think he's gonna lose that vessel before he can get the radiate off.
Yeah, it looks like you just have a couple of mutas snipe it down. So many turrets at base that you can see. Father's down to 70.
Yeah. Please. I don't know what's going on with your voice, but you're breaking up a lot. Like, we can't even understand what you're saying. Anyways, so Chava gonna go ahead and expand again behind that. Looks like Father held for now. Definitely at a supply deficit. And he is on 3 gas now, but he did lose a lot of SCVs to those Lings. So we'll see how this goes. I mean, Zerg on like 5 bases here, 5 gas. You can build so many Mutalisks off that, and he actually lost his first vessel. And it takes a while to get that up to 100 energy. He really, really needs a radiate against this. because once you get a couple irradiates on the view list, they are no longer really that useful. But before that, like I'm assuming he has 1-1 or 2-0 on the mutas now, and it's just starting to get scary.
What's the backup plan for if there was a bunch of irradiates and he just irradiated all the mutas? Does he switch into high?
You go mutas until you can't, and then you can switch. I was saying this at the beginning. You can switch into a couple things. You can go some mutalisks and go hydras, which is kind of good before Terran has 4 base. After that, you kind of have to go Queen's Nest or Hive. You can go Ultra Drops, or you can go Hydra Queen is really good.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Big shout out to raiding us with almost 40 viewers. Appreciate that, man. And Faust in the chat asking, who do you personally want to win while we wait for Father to take a 4th base? I think we're all just for getting to watch this match. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, for me personally, I'm a Zerg player. I love to see Zerg win ZBT. But Father's my teammate, and I'd like to see a close series, but I'd love to see Father win some games. I would love a 5-4 Father victory. I would feel good about that. I don't know that it'll happen. I think that Keen's actually a little bit favored in this match. But I would really like to see Father bring it out.
Keen looking for the cast.
Alright, so we do have, you said, we had a raid. So for those of you just tuning in now, this is a Showmatch sponsored by CPL. So it is a best of 9 match between Iron Father and Keen. And we're currently in game 2, and Keen has a 1-0 lead. So we are live casting and live observing this right now. Least is having a little bit of trouble with his audio, but we're hoping we can get that fixed. So I'll just do some talking for now. We do have the irradiates coming down on the mutas because we had a huge counterattack as Father tried to take out Keen's 4th base. So now he's going to come back and try and defend. I think he might have only got one of the armory. So as long as he repairs that second armory, he won't be in too much trouble, but canceling any of the upgrades for Terran definitely hurts. And those mutalisks do get driven away. We do see Father is creeping back up to even supply. So we did see that he had a bit of a rocky start to this game. So we're just kind of waiting to see if he can pull it out. I think we did see earlier that Chava has double Evo and a Hydra Den in his main, so he is transitioning into Hydras now that Irradiate is out. And we're probably going to see Father mix up some tanks into this composition now that he has Vessels out, so he can actually deal with the Hydras. Because Hydras, or Goliaths, aren't actually that good against Hydras.
Are Goliath? You said Goliath Hydras and they're not against me. Why is the Goliath build just a good catch-all against everything, I guess? Like a decent catch-all,
The Goliath build is very strong. I mean, it's a timing push, right? So you definitely can kill, Hydras with Goliaths. The thing is that if you have a lot of Hydras, they have really high DPS. So it gets tricky. But we are kind of seeing what I was talking about earlier is that we have Terran on getting his 4th base up. Which makes it it's starting to make it a little bit tricky for Zerg, because he actually kept Keen off of 5 gases. And even though he's on Hydras, he hasn't actually gone and taken that mineral only, which would allow him faster Hydra production. You see now that he's stopped making mutalisks, he's floating a lot of gas. So he could actually, if he took that mineral only, right there. And that's kind of protected by his other. I feel like that would have been a really good investment. Maybe even a better investment than another gas base before, when he knew he was switching to Hydras later in the game.
Yeah, that mineral only seems a lot easier than the far opposite main that he was trying to take as a gas.
Yeah, well, he was going mass mutas in the beginning, so you have a very mobile army. And in that case, it's actually really important to take another gas base, and it doesn't matter as much in the beginning, like how far away your bases are, because you have a really mobile army. Does look like we do see Keen take a fight in the middle of the map, but he is staying on even bases with Father for the moment, so we're going to see how Father re-macros out of this. Looks like he is keeping his money really low, and he does have some tanks at home, and probably going to go into a much heavier tank army now that we do know that Zerg is moving into a Hydra-heavy composition. So I think he should be able to hold his bases pretty good now. And it might be up to Zerg to either break one of them or take another base of his own and hold it. How's your audio coming then?
I mean, I am trying my. I don't know exactly what was up with it. I tried to replay everything in, and okay.
Yeah, you sound a little bit better now. Sorry, we just like.
Yeah. Good.
All right.
Internet, the poverty internet feels bad, man.
Yeah, turns out Least is trash, guys.
Yeah.
Had to happen once.
You gotta throw the whole reason people turn into this.
Yeah, just for the trash talk. Alright, we do see Warpgates is pointing out for us that Keen does have +2 Carapace on his mutas. It's kind of interesting that he went +2 Carapace, because I feel like I see Zerg a lot go Carapace and then attack if they're going mass muta, because the +2 Carapace upgrade takes so long to finish.
Right.
So I wonder if he had actually gone Carapace attack, if he would have been able to close it out when he was like fighting the Goliath in the middle of the map between the third and the natural. Because I think he still only had one of them.
Man, this is so crazy. This is the longest. I don't really watch that much TV, but this is a nice long out mech scene. I haven't seen it that often.
Yeah. Alright.
Go get game against Eons.
Yeah. So we do have 2-2 upgrades on Hydras. And we do see Keen is going to try and take a 5th base here. Oh, that irradiate is brutal. It's sitting right in the Computulus too. I don't know that this is going to work out for Keen. I mean, we'll see. I guess he does have a lot of Hydras here doing DPS. But yeah, that was pretty bad. We have Zerg now, like almost half the supply of Terran, and it looks like he is going to siege this, the most recent gas base here for Keen. And I don't think that Zerg can stop this, honestly. Like, he's pretty low on supply now, and stunts aren't gonna really help him against a million tanks. I don't think... anyways, I don't think he actually transitioned from, like, out of Hydra Muta. I feel like he doesn't have a Queen Successor Hive yet. Oh, he does have Hive. I wonder what his choice of... Do you think he just got it for upgrades, or do you think he actually has a tech choice for this?
It sure feels like just upgrades. It really does. I mean, cannot emphasize enough how little I know about this matchup, but you don't see any... You don't see any Defiant, you don't see any Ultralisk Cavern. He really just wanted to win it with Hydra Muta.
Yeah, I mean, he was dead broke. Wow, that was an awesome game from Father. Really nice game. I mean, I thought he was gonna lose. Yeah, I thought he was gonna win with the map mutas, to be honest. Like, Father lost a lot to, like, he lost his first push, and then he almost didn't hold his third base. But he just managed to get his 4 bases up. And had, I don't know, just, like, really nice macro play. There was that one push in the middle of the map where his macro slipped while he was macroing his Goliath, but other than that, I think his macro was super on point.
Yeah, both players You saw Kane floating a little bit towards the end there, but I mean, I feel like that's just the name of the game for late game Zerg. It takes so much APM just to move your units.
Well, the reason he was floating so much money is because he had no gas. So that's the thing with, like, I don't know how it works with other races really, but like with Zerg, keeping your gas and your minerals in balance is actually really hard.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because if you macro out a lot of units and you have the wrong combination of minerals and gas, they get the disparity becomes really big. But that was just a really cool game.
If I have too much gas, I do a couple high Templars, boom, storm, easy peasy.
All right.
A dream.
Yeah, that was an awesome game. I really enjoyed that game.
That was really good. It shows the possibility of Father to stay in this series. Like you said, I felt the same way as you. It's felt like Keen was a little bit favored going into this series, at least in my mind. But Father's showing he's not afraid to fight it out, come back from a little bit of a deficit, and pull out a win.
Yeah, that was a really, really nice game from Father. I'm super impressed. Because I like the way Keen was playing too. I think it's just like his transition into versus 4 base neck was just a little sloppy.
And we do have both, so we're going to get into our next game on Fighting Spirit.
All right, we do have IRK's Father in the top left of, corner of Fighting Spirit, and we have DM Keen, aka Little Shava, in the bottom left. Another nice standard map. We have like the standard 4-player, or the standard 2-player map, the standard 3-player map, and then the most standard 4-player map. So we're off to a good start in this series. We're saving our weird maps for a little bit later.
We're starting off normal and getting progressively more and more weird. That's the way I like it.
Alright. Just checked the chat. Looks like it's on fire. So, sounds good. Looks good. Just making sure everything's going well. Alright, I'm curious if we had like that was a very straight up game. We did have a little bit of something weird in game 1 with a 2-hatch lurker coming out of the DM team. Oh yeah, look at this.
Called it, yeah. 8 racks.
Proxy 8 racks. Or not proxy 8 racks, forward 8 racks.
Forward 8 racks, yeah.
Forward 8 racks, yeah. I do know that Father's been practicing this build. I think he's been practicing it in general and also into 1-1-1. And I also know that Chava knows that he's been practicing this. So I feel like that Overlord is going there because he's expecting 8 racks.
That's such a big brain play from Chava. That's so good.
I think, yeah, he knows. Like, they know each other. They were practicing yesterday, actually, which I found hilarious that they were practicing right before the match, and they're also all on the same servers.
Right.
And Father has been talking about ARAX, and he's been talking about 1-1-1 a lot. And I know that Chava knows this because he actually messaged me the screenshots of this happening, and I was like, I can't tell you guys what each other is doing in this match. Like, I have no opinion. I can say nothing.
Oh my gosh. So Chava is pulling some drones, gonna fight off this forward 8 racks.
Yeah, we'll see how many drones he loses to this and if he manages to get a bunker down. Looks like Chava pulling a ton of drones. Well, yeah, 8 drones. Good number. 9 drones.
9 drones.
Really serious about defending this. We'll see how the micro goes. Does manage to keep the Marines alive. 1 drone does go down.
The drone's getting pulled back. There's just killing 2 drones. Okay, the Marine are starting to...
3 drones.
4
right.
drones.
Yeah, it does lose 1 Marine.
Can you keep them alive?
5 drones. Okay, it does lose all the Marines, so the rush is over. But he did get quite a few drones with that. So the game is going to continue. I think that it's not... Oh, it does bring one more Marine around. That's tricky. You see Terran cancel the bunker, and you think it's over. Alright,
Yeah,
it's gonna go ahead and leave that Marine. I think that bunker should be done in time, and Father should be looking okay to hold the counter. He is going to have to float that Rax after he builds his next Marine. And it looks like he is pulling some SCVs to help deal with this, and then I suspect he's going to go ahead and throw down his CC on the low ground. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I should be holding this counter just fine. No problems there for Father. Really
yeah,
good barracks positioning, or bunker positioning. If that was, definitely would have blocked the CC.
Yeah, just no panic at all, huh?
No panic.
It's gonna... Yeah, no panic. It's gonna manage to even get that last Marine out of the barracks, which is super good, and just go ahead and float that back to his base. Looks like he's gonna throw down another barracks. No gas taken yet, so I think this was just a solid 8 racks into bio play. With that CC being thrown down on the low ground. And I don't know, I feel like it wasn't... I don't know. Zerg lost 5 drones, right?
Yeah, Zerg lost 5 drones.
Yeah, I don't know about this.
Nice, but, well, it's 2 hats. You just don't know if it's going to be Muta or Lurker. And with the bunker, and with the, like, bunker a little bit better against Lurkers, am I right? I mean, obviously you want the detection, but he is going 2 racks a CAD, so he's going to have the detection.
Yeah, as long as he knows. Although the thing is I think he's just going speed lanes. Because his gas is at 150 and he hasn't fought Lair at all.
Right.
As far as I know, I don't think he has Lair at his natural either.
Yeah, and we do see
sure.
Warpgates pointing out that the Lings are blocking the ramp so that Father can never tell that it's Lair. It's not Lair, excuse me.
Right, I think he is going to see a ton of... Oh no, he's going to go around. Look at this.
That's so good.
Yeah, speed lanes are going to go around. The SCV is not going to see this, but he should know that it is... Like, he just saw speed finish, and that's a lot of Lings. So I feel like he should be at least a little bit scared. But we'll see if he has a lot of Marines, but he doesn't have... I think you just have to have a really fast repair for this. Since the medics are already done, I feel like this is definitely holdable for Father. As long as he pulls SCVs quickly.
That's so many Lings, though.
Alright, and he's not looking. Alright, so is looking now. Lings are coming in. The repair on the bunker is super slow. Basically non-existent, but he does have a fire bat that did get macroed out and managed to keep some of those Lings alive. Yeah, and he managed to hold it. And GG is called from Keen. We do have our Terran player, RK Father, up 2-1 in this series.
Good for Father, man. Okay, I like it. I like it. Do you think, like, what you said, like you said, the SCV pull seemed a little bit slow. If he had just run by everything, do you think that would have been not worth it at all? Or do you think that would have been okay?
I don't know. I think that, I mean, he did kind of run by. Like, the goal there is to get the bunker down. Because getting into their main, it's not like against Protoss where getting into the main is like the goal. Because SCVs are super tanky.
Right.
But are we going to a break now?
Yeah. We will be going into a quick break. It'll be like 8 minutes. We'll be right back with game number 4 on match point.
Alright, don't go away, guys. We'll be right back.
Does have his irradiate out, but if he's not... Okay.
Looks like he irradiated that Lurker in front there. A lot of Lurkers going to come cut off this Marine force from reinforcements. Nablime just trying to run back. Can he pick off? Doesn't manage to... He manages to get him home.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good. Or I think it was actually kind of a mistake from Zerg. He didn't target the Lurkers on the middle of the bio ball. so he didn't actually get the full quantity of splash damage that he could have gotten. So we are seeing Zerg has kept his Mutalisks alive. He has his Lurkers, he has his Lings. And we're going to see what he plans to do on 3 gases. I think he might, seeing as how we're seeing 2 Evo Chambers, I feel like maybe he's going to skip Defilers and go to Ultra.
I was just
Maybe.
wondering that.
We'll
yeah,
see.
you said when you said he had to
Yeah.
skip a tech, that seems like it would make a lot of sense to skip Ultras or skip Defilers and go into Ultras, but
Yeah, the thing is like Nablim's build's actually pretty good against that. 2 Racks Academy and 2. I think he has. Does he have 4 Racks now? I think so.
he built
5
up to
racks.
5 racks,
Yeah,
but
so
he
he's
teched
got-
after 4. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's I mean he's got good M&M production right now, and adding that 5th Racks is actually just going to help if he does have any slip ups with macro. But looks like Razorsuke is going to go to Defilers and take that main as his 4th base, which kind of works out okay for him because he does have Terran in a pretty convincing contain here.
Yeah, it seems like
Just gonna
he might have been planning to go for what we were talking about with skipping Ultralisks, but he's just in such a commanding position right now. There's no problem in taking it a little bit slower. Nablime attempting to break out. Let's see if he can fight against all this Zerg.
Alright. It is a scary amount of Zerg. Does manage to get 1 vessel. Nice pick off there by Zerg.
And this is just painful for Terran to watch. Trying to bust out. This reminds me of a PVZ lurker contain where you're just trying so desperately to get out, and every time you throw a wave at them, it just seems like they have more than you.
Yeah, it's definitely very tricky. It's just so influential that he lost that first set of Marines that was supposed to be his 2 Racks Academy push, because that's really like that's your map control. You have early map control, then you go home and you tech up. But just because Zerg was going this heavier lurker style, it starts to be really tricky. And Zerg has had map control for like basically this entire game.
Right, and his macro's just been so on point. We've seen he's been up in supply almost the entire game. Like you said, so huge that Nablime lost that original group of Marines, and he's just never really been able to build up to a critical mass.
Yeah, to a critical amount. So we do have a drop ship coming out from Nablime after about, I think, 5 or 6 vessels, because he did lose a couple. So I think he's going to go around, see if he can do some damage with that. We do see he's going to get another vessel. A little bit sloppy there from Nablime. He could have pulled that back. But Zerg's economy is just thriving right now. And Nablime really needs to get up to a critical mass of Marines, which he has basically just been unable to do.
Yeah, it seems like part of it is Razorsuke has been doing a good job picking fights, but it also seems like Nablime has kind of been getting into fights that he can't win. He's felt the pressure to break out, so he's been trying to do that. And now he's roaming around the map while he's down on supply.
Right, looks like Razorsuke is going to go for a counterattack into the main. So Nablime is going to have to come back.
Oh, and there's Dark Swarm. Whenever there's Dark Swarm in the natural, this just becomes such a painful position for the Terran.
Yeah, there was a nice drop at the 4th base, but this is just like, I just don't think it's enough Marine to matter here. And I think probably Zerg's upgrades are pretty good, because we did see that he had 2 Evo Chambers going. Yeah, 1-1 against, I don't know what Terran has right now.
Either way, these cracklings are just eating the blind for
2-1.
breakfast. Unfortunate, and he's just going to be able to rally units over there, probably. He's got such a big bank right now. He can just make more hatcheries, right? Even though he doesn't have a 4th base, it feels like. We started to see what you were talking about with the drop at the 4th base being hard to take. But with the counterattack,
Yes,
definitely
yes.
worth it for Zerg.
Yeah, he's definitely like, yeah, and look at this drop defense. Does
Sick
get the drop
defense. Didn't even have to use, like, he used one Scourge on that, right? And then the Spore just finished it off.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so Terran is going to make probably a last-ditch effort to get back his natural. Man, that splash damage on the lurkers is crazy.
And for those of you that are new,
oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, this is a classic Terran move. Lose the natural against a 4-base Zerg. Don't worry about it. We're Terran. We got this.
Yeah, Terran's broken, guys. Just
Terran.
so you know, Terran can just stay on one base and it's fine.
It's fine.
Nah.
One base
Okay.
forever.
All right, so Zerg's still up in supply by like 30 supply, so definitely Razorsuke commanding lead right now in this game. But Nablaim gonna stay in it for at least a little bit longer. See if he can make some magic happen with the unit called the Science Vessel.
Irradiate, pretty good spell. Does irradiate the Defiler immediately. Gets off one Dark Swarm, but that Defiler is going to go down.
Alright, he does manage to get the second Dark Swarm off with the Defiler, which is always impressive. The irradiated Defilers can be very dumb. And does manage to get those lurkers back under Dark Swarm.
Did he kill that second one?
Just
it seems
having
funny
the
that he
swarm-
runs away, but I guess the Swarm is super good.
Yeah,
he
you
does have a
can't kill
lurker
it.
under there.
One lurker under Dark Swarm, you just can't touch it because there's no splash damage. He just has to wait for it to die.
That's so unfortunate for Terran. Such a good game.
Yeah.
Such a good game from our Zerg player, though.
Yeah, just very very clutch play from Razor. Nice opening. Good execution.
I'm telling you, though, him not using Razorsuke as his name is messing with my 3-minute long attention span. I keep wanting to call him
Oh,
Novita,
true.
and I know just enough to know that that's not what he prefers to be called. Going for a big
Yeah,
bust
but-
attempt here, kills a bunch of units. Nablaim does tap out. GG.
And we're back, folks. We know you've all been waiting for it. It is the continuation of IRK Father versus DM Keen, aka Lil Chaba. We've got a great series so far. It's a 2-1 lead for our Terran hero Father. Strom, what have you thought so far about our Zerg player?
I think it's been looking great. I am super hyped for this match. We do have our next match is going to be match point. And Father's been playing a little bit of mech, a little bit of bio, 4 to 8 racks. We've had 2 Edge Lurker. We've already had like a 25-minute game. Like, it's just like basically everything you could ask for in a TVC.
Living the dream. So we got both our players ready for Game 4 on match point. We'll get right to it.
Yeah. Alright, we do have IRK Father, our Terran player, currently up 2-1 in the series in the bottom left. And our Zerg player, DM Keen, in the top right. Alright, so we did have a break, so if anybody is just joining us now, welcome. This is a special edition Apocalypse Showmatch sponsored by CPL. It is an Apocalypse match because it is end of the world style, like the Korean series. Best of 9 on the 8 CPL maps plus the ladder map Escalade, so we have a unique total of 9 maps. And we are going to be playing all 9 maps regardless of the series score. So we are going to get 9 games of these players. And it is special edition because we've had both these players on the Showmatch series before, and they both won their respective show matches. So we're very excited to have them both back. And we are going to run an analysis stream on these games on Wednesday. So we're going to have both these players on, back on Leaf Stream, talking about their games, and we're going to walk them through it. So I'm really excited for that as well. Definitely tune into that to learn some ZBT. Looks like Chava going for an extractor trick, by the way. It looks like he might just be using that to scout. So just make sure that there's no... He might be afraid of BBS, actually.
Yeah, is this where, like, it doesn't seem like he's scouting in typical proxy locations? Is his hope just to make it to Father's base before Father can wall in or something like that? Well, I guess if you want really...
Oh, yeah, actually, that's true. You can do a full wall on this map. So I think he's just sending the drone to try and get into to get through the wall before he can actually make the wall off. So... Neat little trick by Chava, because I definitely have played on this map and gotten a drone into their base before. So he just wants to be absolutely sure whether it's going to be mech or bio. So just so he knows for sure if that vulture's coming or not, and if it's not, he can save on the sunken snap.
It's still no gas for Father, so it does look like he's going to be going into a standard bio play on this map. Whereas Keen, yet again, going for a 2-hatch play.
Yeah, it is 2-hatch gas first. So this is going to be just really fast mutalisks. I think that with this build in particular, you can get lair really fast, and then your speed's pretty fast as well on your lings because the gas is so quick. But it's weak to early marines, so like BBS or 8-racks. So that's probably another reason why we saw him send out the early drone scout, just so that he can do this build and not be scared of dying to Marines.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Able to delay the spring pool without worry.
Yeah, the Overlord is going to come in and scout the expansion timing from Father, and we did see that he didn't get gas. So far, it looks like a bio play, but we'll see what he decides to do out of this.
I'm interested to see when Keen is going to mix it up. We saw Father go for the forward 8-racks on Fighting Spirit in Game 3. Ended up pulling a win out of that game. But it would be fun to see Keen go for like a quick 9 pool or something. Not necessarily a game-ending play, but like quick 9 pool, 6 lings, see if he can get something done on Father without necessarily going all the way in.
I mean, to be fair... We're very lucky this series because we've had 3 games and we haven't had a repeat build yet from either player.
Oh yeah, and that 2-hatch lurker play was pretty cute from Keen as well. I forgot about that completely. But
yeah, so this is kind of like one of the pros of running a series like this in conjunction with CPL, is that we've been kind of focusing on giving the matches to the tier 1 and tier 0 players who want to play, because preparing for a best of 9 where you're playing all 9 games means that you have to prepare 9 maps. And it's just like, I feel like we're seeing like the higher level of players more advantage they're taking on playing different builds on different maps. And I feel like it's actually a really good learning tool to be able to have the chance to prep for 9 maps.
So we've got a decent amount of early lings out. Is this standard for 2-hatch, or is this pretty heavy on ling aggression?
I think it's definitely... Well, I think 8 lings with... 10 lings with 2-hatch Muta is a lot of lings. But it's not an inordinate amount of lings. Right. Like, it's not all in. He definitely got some lings. He got lings instead of a sunk, basically, is what he did. Oh, and he just lost a whole bunch of them. Because a lot of times you see Zerg players, when they go 2-hatch meta, when their mutalisks pop, they throw down a sunk in their net, so they don't die to a counterattack, and they're free to like harass with their mutalisks. Or like counterattack turns made if they do this move out. But I don't think... Oh, he does see it now. So he is going to probably have to throw down a sunk there, because he lost a couple of his lings trying to poke into the natural. Yeah.
Yeah, he is throwing down the sunk, or he is throwing down the creep colony almost immediately after seeing the move out. Father scanning everything, gonna know what's coming, gonna know that these mutas are gonna pop right about as his Marines get there. He's a big fan of keeping his Marines on the map. I remember when I was trying to learn TVZ, I was talking to him about this. He's like, Nyokin told him, I believe, if you keep your Marines out on the map, they're forced to continue to try and be a little defensive with it instead of just being able to pick off all your workers for free.
Yeah, it's one of the things that I really like about Father's Play. I think that we were talking about this, or I was talking about a little bit in the very first Apocalypse match that we did, which was another team for Father, where I really like the way that he is aggressive and he threatens Zerg. Like, I feel like he really understands when you can break Zerg and also how to keep Zerg from doing damage to you.
Yeah, because every second these mutas are fighting these Marines back at home is another second that they are not doing damage to the line. So this is, despite losing these Marines, I feel like it was a pretty good play for Father. He's got some more stuff back at home now.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, I think he went 2 racks. Okay, it's adding a factory now. So he's gonna go 3 rack tech. So it's like, he has to stay at home now. But I think I'm hoping he has enough defenses now that the duelists aren't going to do too much damage. But you definitely have to be careful about spending Marines against Mutalist play. Oh yeah. Okay. Does have some Marines coming in. Hopefully he's got some medics there too. Yeah. Chava actually didn't catch that. He had an opportunity there to really hurt that Marine count because there weren't any medics with the Marines when he first brought them in, but he actually didn't notice, so. Chava just gonna go ahead and be annoying, try and prevent some turrets from going up. And looks like he won't succeed. There was a really fast repair from Father, so. Yeah, you see, we did see him, he's building a lot of mutas, and we did actually see him build those wings early on, and I think that's why he didn't get, I don't think he ever got a 3rd hatchery. You usually get a macro hatch or a 3rd base with Red Muta.
Yeah, he's just going for a big muta follow-up.
Yeah. We've been seeing some nice macro so far. He hasn't lost too many mutalists. I think he should have an upgrade on them now. Yeah, +1 carapace, so definitely good for harass. He might choose to go a Guardian follow-up with this if he does go high. Oh, it also looks like he changed his mind on taking that gas base. I'm not sure why, because he did have a drone down there. Yeah, I think maybe he just feels like he can end the game with 2-edge muta. Because he definitely has a lot of mutalisks. Yeah.
Yeah, he has so many mutalisks. Almost 2 full control groups now. He's still microing heavily with 1. So this is really the UMS micro build. He's like, you know what? I just want to micro some mutas, man. I just want to do my thing, play around, and then hopefully do enough damage that he can end the game with a good follow-up.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how this goes. I feel like Father is doing a pretty good job of maneuvering his Marine medic between the 2 bases. I don't think Chava's done a ton of damage yet, but he is ahead on supply, and he has taken out a lot of turrets. Now he caught him out of position here. That is a ton of mutalisks, and they do have that +1 carapace. Yeah, they can just fight now, because he took out the medics. I think this is game.
Yeah, really good play for the team to pull it back to probably 2-2, unless, I mean, even if Valks came out right now, I don't think he would have enough, right? Yeah, Maro's vessels, so they won't have enough for 50 more seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, this is looking pretty bad for them. Yeah, GG is called. So, nice game from Keen on match point. And we do have our series tied up 2-2 now. Just kind of showing us the power of the mutalist. Truly.
truly a good unit, one might call it.
Yeah, there was like a little bit, the medics were not with this chunk of Marines earlier. Like they were kind of like Marines, but it seems like a really hard map to. He didn't have a lot of turrets, and it's like a long way from your main to your natural. So he was able to like split up the Bioforce, which wasn't that big anyways, since he had. Since he was only on 2 racks and then on 3 racks, and he lost the first group of Marine medic on the map.
Yeah, really, just a really killer instinct from Keen. Knowing it looked for a second, like you said, like he was going to try and transition and take a 3rd gas base and get into Hive Tech probably. But just saying, I think I did enough damage. I'm just going to keep building mutas, get that +1 carapace upgrade. Go for it.
Yeah, nice game. Nice game from both players, really. Our next map is going to be Clayfield. Foreign made map. New to the scene-ish. It looks like we're actually going to go ahead and jump right into it. So I'll just shut up. Alright, so we do have our Zerg player, DM Keen, in the bottom left corner of Clayfield. And we have our turn player, Irene Father, in the bottom right. Both tier 0 players, both assistant coaches. I think both of them have been actually doing a ton of work for their respective teams. So definitely much loved coaches here on both sides. I think. Father playing for Passion Daddies and DM Keen, a longtime member of Standing Fire.
Yeah, I can't speak for Chava, but just know Father has been really dedicated to helping out the Terrans on Passion Daddies. And it's been great to see, like, anytime anyone has a question about Terran, he's there to help answer it. Anytime someone needs some practice, he's there. It's pretty awesome to see.
Yeah, he's definitely proving his worth to the community as a whole right now, I think.
Looks like Father might be going for another wall in. He knows better than me, so I assume he can wall in on this map, but probably. Does this mean we'll see another CC first, I'm wondering?
I don't know.
I hope not, because we do see a 9 pool.
Did he, he 9 pool, he did a weird thing. He like did the extractor trick but didn't build an extra drone. So like he did 9 full speed but changed his mind. Am I missing something here?
No, I saw the same thing as you. I was kind of wondering what was up, but I was just hoping. I was hoping I didn't know. But interesting play, I guess. Yeah, he is going to send out a pretty early scout. Father's going to see this right away. He's going to have to throw down a later barracks than he would like after scouting the 9 pool.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you hold this with CC first? I don't 9 pool a lot in this matchup, so. I mean, I 9 pool speed occasionally, but I don't think I don't hit CC first that often. But I think he's gonna do a wall. Yeah.
That just seems like such a huge space. Oh, he's going for another barracks. Okay. That's how you wall off on this map.
Alright, so he is going to be in like a little bit of trouble because he doesn't have any units out at all yet, but the wall I guess the thing is like he can't kill the barracks before a Marine gets out.
Right.
Because there's 2 barracks. So he should be able to get a Marine out either. Oh.
With the light trash talk.
No, it's because he can get through the wall. He was showing that the drone can get through the wall.
Oh my god.
That's why there was a because didn't we have him do this once before? Where there was a hole in his wall?
Yeah,
and there shouldn't have been?
Series on Ridge. If he had just put the barracks in the hole, it would have been a tight wall apparently. But he did not. And so it ended up being he got the bunker down, which is great for him, but then also
put it in the way of the CC.
Put it in the way of the CC, so that's going to be a big bummer for him. He is going for a gas. Going to look to follow up. Just throwing off the build so much by.
I'm not sure what the play is. Yeah, it looks like Keen gonna go for a 3-hatch play here. Like we were saying before, we haven't had 2 games where both players have done the same build. I guess in this game, Father was planning on opening 14 CC, but we don't know if that was going to be into bio or into mech, so.
And it seems like if you really have to wall off with 2 barracks, it seems like it would definitely be into bio. So both players planning on probably coming out with a different build.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see. It looks like he's gonna go ahead and throw it on an academy, and looks like he took out his own barracks, but he definitely has enough Marines now to hold this. So I think we're probably gonna see him throw down a CT pretty quickly, unless he's planning on doing. There isn't actually an overlord here, so he can do a 1 base push, which I think might be what he's doing. He's just not planning on getting a CC because Keen actually never got an overlord over the ledge, so he just doesn't know.
These wings will tell him that there's a push coming.
Yeah, he does know now that there's a push coming, and 4 sunks being thrown down. So we'll see what Father decides to do behind this. Yeah, Zerg has like no drones. We do see he's at like 11 supply. He has no units, so he has to hold this push. And looks like Father's just going to go ahead and take ACT behind this.
So, doing a decent amount of damage, just forcing all these sunks to go down. Chava is going to go ahead and cancel that Evo chamber that was just there to soak up hits from the Marines instead of having them focus down the sunks directly.
Yeah, just a little bit of body blocking too.
I really thought this was good for Keen, but it just, I don't know anymore. Again, zero knowledge. I'm just throwing out opinions, guys. But it seems like with how many sunkens that he's forcing just by being so aggressive.
Yeah, I mean,
that lack of overlord really coming into play here.
Yeah, he doesn't know. He doesn't know that Father's expanding, and he has no links on the map. And he did just scan that it's 3-hatch lurker. So I felt like this was okay for Keen, except for now he has 6 sunks. Like, I think that if he had built 3 sunks in an Evo chamber, he would have been in good shape, because I think that is enough to hold this push, because he only has 1 medic with it. But the fact that he threw down 4 sunks when he was already kind of economically behind from going 9 pool, and then he doesn't have an overlord over the ledge in Father's base, so he doesn't know that there's not really a follow-up. He just went CC. Yeah, look at this. He's not even building Marines right now. He's just getting his SCV count up. Because he knows that Zerg is scared. And he also knows it's Lurker, and he knows it's 3-hatch Lurker. So, we'll see what he decides to do to hold this. When you're doing 3-hatch Lurker, you really don't want to do... Man, throw down another sunk.
He is. He's definitely worried about a big from Father.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Definitely a wonky game we have going on here. Second gas is going to be taken from Keen, so that he has enough economy to get some lurkers up here once this lurker upgrade is done. But yeah, Father doesn't even have close to enough to plus this. He's just hanging out.
He's just chilling. He's literally just vibing.
Yep, and Zerg has no idea what he's doing, because he's got no vision at all.
Man, I feel like 7 sunkens. So...
I mean, especially when you're going lurker, right? Like, you really don't want to build that many sunkens when you're going lurker, because the whole point of going lurker is to defend your, like, you can defend your front really easily with lurkers.
Right.
So, I don't know. I think that Keen's economy is just kind of in shambles because he was already so low on drones anyways. It's not just the spending money on the sunks, it's also like the lost mining time from not having a drone. It's also the actual drone itself and the money that it costs to make the drone and the usage of the larva. So yeah, I don't know, it's just a tricky position in general. But we'll see how many units Father has behind this, or just like all he has in the CPs.
Nice pull away from Father, only losing a couple Marines. So.
Alright, looks like he already has a starport up. And yeah, gonna go ahead. He teched really quickly off of 2 barracks, and now he's going to go ahead and add a 3rd barracks. Looks like we're just gonna have a tank push here. I don't know that that Chava really has an answer for this. A lot of the times you see for lurker play, if you have like a carapace upgrade and you have Wing Lurker on the map, you can kind of siege back and slow their push down. He does have a lot of sunks though, so it should buy a little bit of time. I don't know that he's even close to having defilers out though, because that's the other way that you can hold it.
So Choppa finally going to get that 3rd base down. I believe there's 2 openings, but I mean he has lurkers there, so he's going to be. It's just a matter of if he can hold the front.
Yeah. It's just a matter if the tank push kills him. But also the thing is that I think vessels are going to be out pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's the first
vessel is on the way with Irradiate researching.
Huh. Definitely a very interesting game. I'm really excited to hear them talk about these games, to be honest. Like, we've had some really interesting games. I definitely want to hear their thoughts on the Sylphid game.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was a super interesting one. Like,
it was a cool game.
With as little as I know, I have not seen that many late game mech plays like that. Oh, Lurker's trying to get in, trying to get over here, but the tank's sieged up, just going to be able to take him out. Keen taking some damage that he really can't afford for basically free.
Yeah. 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 Oh, it looks like he might try and sandwich with the Lurkers. He definitely has to break this Lurker push somehow. Right. Or, sorry, Lurker push. He has to break the tank push, because his hive is not in time to stop this.
He's going in for the sandwich. I get just a couple of Marines pretty well microed by Father. Gonna pick off a couple Lurkers again.
Right, and this one of the features of this map is this weird little high ground. Right? That the tanks are sitting on. Yeah, the center, and also, yeah, Warface is showing us with the nice signal up here. And those tanks can just sit up there, and how are you supposed to break that with any kind of run forward with Lurkers? I don't know. It seems really hard. Oh, looks like he's going Lurker Hydra. Smart, actually. I like it. I think that's probably his best answer. It's probably his best option in this situation.
Is that the play against these tank pushes? You just need more units against the splash damage of the tank?
Well, usually the play is you either stop the tanks from getting across the map by sieging and unsieging your Lurkers, or burrowing and unburrowing your Lurkers. Or you have a really fast hive, and you get defilers at a time to deal with it.
Right.
Or if it's a really fast tank push, you use forward suntons to buy time for your hive. But this is a very weird game. Oh man, that's not a good look.
Not ideal.
Alright. Looks like Father just gonna go ahead and take top right. What a move.
Baller play.
Yeah.
Even if this doesn't work out, joke's on you. I'm gonna have another base. And it's not gonna be one that you're gonna be with.
Looks like those are gonna be hold position Lurkers though. From Keen on the map.
Oh my gosh.
But the thing is, his vessels are out. Oh, I guess he scouts it.
Yeah.
The Overlord.
It's not going to be one that he's looking for. Immediately sees it. Good job, Elise. Good job.
Okay, so is he doing a 2-base push, or is he expanding?
Keena's a third.
Is Father doing is Terran doing a 2-base push, Lise, or is he expanding?
Shut up.
Yes. Why do I even do this?
Yeah, I speak for the people. Truly.
Truly.
Oh man. Oh no.
The Zerg
That
army
wasn't
just
it.
melting. GG. Father's
Yeah.
so excited he can't get GG out without typo in.
Alright, and with that we have Father up 3-2 in the series. Nailbiter so far, they're basically trading games.
Yeah, this is so good. You can really tell they've been practicing for it.
Yeah, and definitely an even match. Very cool game so far. Our next map looks like it's going to be Bloody Ridge, which should be fun. Man, I'm just enjoying this series so much. It's good.
Yeah, it's such a good series. I'm a huge fan. Thank you, by the way, to everyone that's been following. Appreciate it. We'll have more of the CPL Apocalypse match you. When next one we've got coming up, Strom?
Right, so we do have the analysis stream for this match on Wednesday at the same time, so 7 p.m. EDT on this channel. Oh, looks like we're going to hop right into the game, so I'll talk more after we get on the map. My boy Least, would you like to announce the players this game?
Would love to. All right, in the top right, we have our yellow Terran player, IRK's father, repping Patties. And in the bottom left, repping MEN Fire, we have our, is this Olive? I'm going to say Olive Zerg, DM's Keen.
I think it's pale green. I think the color is actually pale green. Olive is darker. Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you on that.
They really are liking the pale green versus yellow. I don't know that it's like the best color for the viewer experience, because it actually is kind of difficult to tell apart, but it's been very consistent.
The color strategy is not on point from these guys. You just gotta, every time you lose a game, you have to switch colors. It's the only reasonable strat.
Right, so I mean, at this point, because they've been trading games, we just have seen all the colors, right?
We should have. They were playing optimally, but unfortunately for the fans, they're just like, you know what, we're keep it the same. We're gonna keep doing the same thing.
Alright, so I was kind of giving a brief on what is up next with the Showmatch series. So I was saying we have an analysis stream with these two players on these games on Wednesday, this channel, 7 p.m. EDT. And we do have a match on Friday, the 24th, which is going to be between Relentless, who is a coach on Sangin Fire, and the new, or recently added Tier 0 player on Operation Indecision, IRK's old. So that's going to be another TVZ, and that'll be really fun. I believe the time for that is going to be 8 p.m. CET, so 8 p.m. European time. Which is like 2 p.m. EDT, I think. It's 6 hours ahead, right? I think 2 p.m. EDT. That seems right.
Yeah.
Alright,
so father taking the gas. I'm gonna go for a factory expand, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, the only time that I've ever seen anybody go by this map is when Father went bio on this map against Art of Turtle. Like, yeah, I always see Mac on the map. Yeah, I think so. Almost always, anyways. It's just good for Mac. So.
Yeah, especially with the ridges. Once you get a, like, if they try and go hydros and you get tanks on top of those ridges, it just becomes like, it's Terran's territory now. Forget about it.
Yeah, I mean, in general, like, 2-player maps are not the best for Zerg. This one I think is okay, because the 3rd and 4th base, I think we were talking about this in the other match, they have small surface area, So you can kind of defend the front of the base and defend it from drops in like the same, with the same units and the same sunks. And the other thing is that if you have those 3 bases all in your top corner, they kind of, the vision surrounds the main. So even though the main's really big, you can kind of defend it from drops by defending the 3rd and the 4th base.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. We'll see how they decide to play here. Looks like we are going to see a 2-hatch meta build that Sunken going down because it was a factory expand. Going to defend from that vulture. I don't believe he knows if it's 1-1-1 or mech though.
I was gonna say, how does the response differ when it's mech versus when it's 1-1-1?
So basically, versus 1-1-1, you have to get a Hydroden on like 24 supply because you have to defend the Wraith.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And then, like, of course, the play later in the game is different because you, a lot of times you see 1-on-1 into just bio play, so you can't go like Hydra like you would if it was mech. But it's just like the early game response that matters. You just have to defend. Otherwise, you lose overlords, and it's just bad. Alright, you're gonna throw that herd attach down.
Jinx.
Yeah. Does make a bit of a wall. And we do see, like I was saying, he threw down the Hydra 10 on 24 supply. Just because he doesn't know it's macro 1-on-1. So, with the added bonus of making a wall, because you can run vultures by and be super annoying. Especially on maps like this with really wide naturals.
Yeah, just really smart play. That's really been the staple of what we've seen from Keen so far. He's been playing, he's just been making intelligent moves. Sometimes sometimes his army's gotten split up and he's had a little bit of trouble controlling it, but overall he's making smart plays.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely very obvious that both these players know what they're doing. Like, we're seeing very good play on both sides of my.
So what's the game plan from Zerg to figure out, like, what's his next step now that he's gotten the Hydra Den to defend against possible Wraiths? Is he just pigeonholed into going Hydras now against mech push?
No, he's got Spire. You only, to defend the Wraith, you only get... nice roast from our observer here. Observer and producer of the stream, we have Cold Warp Gates. Holding it together for us, hopefully bringing you guys better video quality than we've had in the past. But anyways, you just get like 2 Hydras and the Wraith to get your questions out. Like, it's you just go mutas, and then because you can harass with mutas, but you also get a scout off. So then you can judge from there. It looks like he canceled 2 eggs. Huh. Did you see that? That was weird.
I didn't see it. I was busy yawning.
Maybe I'm inventing it. I'll have to check the VOD later.
Yeah, I feel like you're probably right, and I just didn't notice, to be honest.
Alright. Wait, actually, did he kill the vultures with the mutas, or did the vultures run in and die to the stunts and kill drones? Maybe that's what that was. Are you sure? Because it seems wrong that he would have canceled eggs. I don't think he would have done that. But the vultures are gone, and I think he went straight across the map. So he probably ran in and got to your own with the vultures.
That makes sense.
Not a bad trade actually, because the vultures were going to die to the mutas anyway. So I would say that's pretty nice. That's pretty fine for turn.
Yeah, Father, if you can say one thing about him, he definitely knows, like, the opposition. He knows what time things are going to happen. I remember playing him back in the days when we actually played together, and, like, he wasn't way better than me. And had this infuriating way of always scanning right when I put my Reaver, or my Robo support bay down, so he knew I was going Reaver every game. And I was like, dude, Stop it. Stop. It's so frustrating. As an opponent, you're like, oh, I'm going to get these vultures for free. And he just dives in at the perfect time before mutas pop.
Alright, so this Goliath push is going to come across the map. Looks like he's going to pick off an Overlord. It's nice to have the Overlord out in front. Originally, against the vultures, because then you know if they're going to mass up the vultures and try and do a run by it, but he never actually put it back. So kind of unfortunate there for Chava to lose that Overlord. It does seem like he's not quite in the same position as he was the first game we saw against Mac, but I think he actually knew it was Mac the first time, so he didn't have to get the Hydrogen. I don't even know if you're supposed to get the Hydrogen against with 2 HP against 1-1. I think probably you are. Alright, does look like he's going to clean up this push though. And does have quite a few mutas left over. So we're probably going to see Keen drone really hard from here. Because he does need to saturate his third base and get his third gas up and running. Depending on, yeah, it does look like he's planning on massing. Yeah.
Is saturation for mech still like 1 per mineral patch, or do you want like more close to 1.5?
You want more than 1 per mineral patch at like any time, ideally. You just build as many drones as you can get away with.
Right, yeah. Just whenever they're not forcing you to make units, build drones. And when you just hold a big push like that, pretty great opportunity to drone.
Yeah, so basically in this situation, he's going to use all his gas to the list and use everything else to drone. Is the play.
Right, okay.
Alright, taking some free damage on the mutas. But did manage to scout what was going on. So, does see that he is just going pure Goliath. Looks like Father going to go out on the map again. And we'll see if Keen does decide to take a 4th base. Like I was saying before, it kind of surprises me that he's been doing this mass muta strategy off of free gas. Because I feel like a lot of the time you see the Zerg just get 4 bases and go 4 gas. And like drone up a lot. But Father's had like really good timing on his Goliath pushes. I think he might be skimping on turrets in his game. Actually.
That seems totally reasonable. From like, at least as far as I know him, Father's always been a greedy player. So I wouldn't be surprised, especially when he has this many Goliaths, he just figures he can get away with fewer turrets. But would not surprise me at all if he was skimping a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with, like we were saying about Father earlier, like he is kind of an aggressive player, and like you were saying in the bio game, where he's like, well, if you have mutas on the map, or sorry, if you have units on the map, then they have to deal with your units on the map. They're scared. Right?
Right.
He's like very good at making Zerg scared.
Totally.
And then when Zerg's scared, they have to build units. They can't drone really hard. Like, if he was just at his base, he might just be, like, droning really hard.
Oh, Keen getting, yet again, some free damage. He kind of flew in there. All his units weren't really together. And lost, like, 3 or 4 Mutalisks for free. Gonna come over here and scout what seems like the natural 3rd location, but little does he know Father has a base in the bottom right. Let's see if he does go out and scout that.
Yeah, definitely an interesting choice from Father. We kind of saw him take a Ninja 3rd on Sulfit as well in this matchup with Mac.
He really wants to win. Oh no.
It's like Father's lagging a little bit.
The perils of Cast Live when it's not ASL and they have LAN.
Yeah, I think Father has a little bit of trouble with his internet sometimes. Yeah, okay, we're just gonna pause for a second and
obviously kick this guy out of here. Come on, we're not finishing the series.
Yeah, just pause for a second, see if the lag get 4 gates with the Kesma jail. Yeah.
The funny thing with Goliath is I can't really tell if it's laggy or not because they're just so dumb anyways. It's like they're all bumping into each other and stopping for a second. Oh, never mind. That's just the way Goliath is.
Imagine. Okay, wait. Imagine not knowing that the game is lagging when it's PvP.
I play Protoss, man. I don't know anything.
I am a Protoss player, and therefore.
Do you think I ever care about ZVG? Nah. I'm just.
P is running in the fields. Running in the fields. Brain dead and confident.
Exactly. It's a nice relaxing day for least. It's no Protoss matchups. I can just say whatever I want.
Alright, we did see that Keen went ahead and denied the third base for Father, so he is hoping to do quite a bit of damage with this push. Keen doesn't have a fourth base behind this, so it is a little bit tricky. But he is going to have to... Like, we've actually seen him kind of waffle a little bit. He was thinking about counterattacking and he didn't. So he does just have to break this push with Mutalisks. We'll see if he manages to do it. There is a ton of Mutalisks, and they do have +2 Carapace. So it is not an anti-timing for Keen, but that is a ton of Goliaths. And they don't have the attack upgrade, so they're really not killing the Goliaths very much. I think Father actually wins the fight. Alright, GG's called.
Out again.
Man, 4-2 for Father.
This
guy's a Zerg sniper, man. His TPC is so strong.
Yeah, it's really impressive. He's like a 1900. He's doing his thing. I legitimately believe he's 1900, at least for TVZ. We're going to take another quick 5 to 8 minute break. We'll be right back for the finale of the Apocalypse remastered Father versus Java. Don't go away, folks. Are we off?
And it looks like we've got another push. We've got Medics again. Is he going for Optical Flare just to be a baller? I really want to see some Optical Flares. That would be hilarious.
I mean, we've already seen it.
I know, that would be the second time. That would be the second time this series, folks. In case you missed the first game. Okay, pull back. Okay.
All right.
Reasonable pullback. He picked off a tank and then saved himself from taking too much damage. Does blind the first observer. And this actually...
Just being annoying.
He's being annoying, but also since observers come out so late with this build, it's a little bit more effective than the first game.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Again, it's still not like game winning or game losing by any means. Like, it's just mildly annoying for the Protoss. But it is slightly more effective. And Snipe doing a great job positioning his units to cut off reinforcements. The scariest thing about a Terran push like this is when units just keep adding up. Like, you only kill one tank with your first initial attack, or something like that, and then they just have 2 more tanks by the time you go and attack them again. But when you can cut off reinforcements like this, it makes the...
Did you see all those goons just run into those mines? You just lost like 4 goons to a mine.
It's because of the optical flare, man. It's because of the optical flare. Easy dub.
I think Snipe is still gonna clean this up, but like, man.
I'm not sure. Like, counterattacks just seem like a really strong way to beat Terran players. Is just don't engage the front of their army. I remember watching a shuttle replay. We see Snipe taking out the third. I remember watching a shuttle replay where the game went on 30 minutes, and he engaged the main Terran army like once or twice, and it just blew my mind. I was like, how is Terran supposed to do this if you just can't force an engage?
Right, we do see that Thrive is choosing to kind of split his units here. He has some units kind of sieging bottom left to kind of try and take out the sea. He needs to lift that command center. Is he just going to lose it? I think he's going to lose it.
He's going to lose it, yeah. That's
man,
not ideal.
Super sad. Looks like Snipe is going to lose this base, but he is getting... is he going to lose his natural as well? Oh my god.
That's game.
That push was looking so strong, but the counterattack just is wrecking him. Oh, like, I don't know how... Man.
Yeah, Snipe's late game army
here.
movement has just been superb.
Yeah, it's been really good.
And you can see, if he hadn't had great army movement like that, he would be running out of money right about now. Like, he's not remaxed, and he doesn't have any more bank. So he needed that those counterattacks to go as well as they did.
Right. Looks like Snipe going to be setting up top right, but it immediately gets scouted by an SCV. Thrive looks like he might... I'm not sure which base he's going to planning on trying to take out next. Looks like he is going to be maxed again soon, but he's very low on gas because his fourth base is mineral only, and he has been building a lot of tanks. So he really needs to get that geyser mining again from his third base because he's still only on 2 gas. And actually, I guess 1 gas right now because he lost his natural CC as well.
Yeah.
So lots of vultures coming out of Terran for the next little bit. So I guess his tanks are very precious at the moment.
Exactly. And the thing with vultures is, while they can be cost efficient in small engagements with dragoons, it's very hard when you have like 24 vultures versus 12 dragoons to try and get them to trade efficiently. Oh.
Alright, we are seeing a stasis come down. But 2 stasis actually. Great one on 2 tanks and a vulture. And looks like Snipe just gonna clean up this little bit of army that's left out here, and looks like Terran's running out of options here, to me, as Snipe takes both bottom left and top right unpunished.
Yeah, I agree with you. 100%. If Thrive can save these units, I would feel a little better about his position, but I don't think he can save these units.
Yeah, it seems like he's just kind of like, he's being caught out of position a lot, and losing extra units that he doesn't have to use. He's just kind of bleeding units more than Snipe is.
Yeah, totally.
In these games.
And we're back, folks. We got the final 3 games of the long-awaited series. We've got Lil Chava versus IRK's Father. Father currently a 4-2 lead, surprising some of us. I don't know if it's a surprise to everyone. I wasn't.
All right, so we're gonna hop right into Game 6 on Cowcross. Game 7? Game 7? Game 6?
Game 7.
Yeah, Game 7. I'm dumb. Anyways, we have IRK's Father in I guess 10 o'clock position on Cowcross, and DM Keen in the top right-hand corner as our third. This is match point for Father. Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna beat another Zerg player in a best of 9? Who can stop this man? Is there a Zerg player in CPL who can stop this guy?
Maybe Jadong. That's about it. My boy Zero, love him. Couldn't beat Father. No way.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's playing super well. Like I feel like he's picking good strategies, and he's like executing them well. And he's not. We have Father on a good day. Like he stayed in that Sofa game. I feel like on another day he might have left that Sofa.
Yeah, and he was rewarded with a win. Keen looking like he's going for the extractor chick. We'll see if it's for a 9 pool or if it's just for a scout. Looks like right now it's just for a scout. I'm gonna get caster curse super hard, aren't I? No, yeah, it was just
Not yet. The caster curses that you talked about, the caster.
That's true. That's true. All right. Everything's shaping up normal. Keen expecting a little bit of aggression from Father, but nothing to be found so far.
Well, here's the thing. Are we going to see a BBS? We haven't seen a BBS yet. And we're on game 7.
I think he wants to,
What if he just doesn't BBS?
This game, to be honest. Like, if you're up 4-2 and you have the chance to clinch the series, this would have been a great game for BBS, but I guess he just wants to clinch it the good old-fashioned way, the Artosis honorable way.
We did have the one game with the faulty wall, and this game we have the faulty drum. So it's going to go ahead and scout that there is no gas being thrown down yet, so this is going to be 3 hatchery play from third. I think that also, though, like, he knows that Chava's been scouting early every game with his drone. So, like, maybe he's just happy with that. Like, he knows that he's scared. Like, he's scared of BBS. He's scared of ARAX. And he knows he's scared of those builds, so he's just, like, he doesn't have to do them because they're just defending against him anyways.
That's very true. Yeah, it's enough just to be satisfied with the small edges that you're getting without getting too greedy about it sometimes.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe like he's doing well in this series. Maybe he feels like he can just play straight up and that's fine.
For
I
sure.
still don't know who's going to stop this man, though.
I feel like we would have seen more cheeses from him if the series hadn't necessarily gone his way as much, but with being up 4-2, got to be a big confidence booster. It's funny, I'm totally the opposite way, which should tell you something about how to improve at StarCraft, guys. Don't take advice from the hard stuck 1500.
No.
Like, when I'm up, I'm like, I just want to get this series over with. Let's clinch it with some cheese. This guy's like, no, I'm winning straight up. I'm going to continue playing straight up.
Yeah. And I mean, this map, specifically Cowcross, I've definitely heard that it's, like, maybe not as good for... He's going bio, right? He's going 2 racks?
Yeah, I was just going to say,
yeah.
It seems like
I think it's not... Well, I think it's not good against... this map isn't great for mech, is the thing.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the reason he has to get a sunk is because he doesn't actually have lings in front of Terran's face. So if Terran moves out with like 4 Marines, and you only have 2 lings, you're dead.
Right.
Yeah, so just because he didn't have vision there, he gets a sunk. Because that's definitely like a move that Father would make, I think. And looks like he does have his Overlord in position now. I think it was a little bit out of position earlier, so he is able to see.
He is going for a 3 hatch lurker.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you feel about that on this map? I
don't know. I don't play 3-hatch lurker that much, to be honest. So I guess we're gonna see what Chava decides to do with it. I think you have to build a lot of speed lanes, and keep your ling and your lurker kind of on the map, because if they contain you and you don't manage to get a third base up and get lurkers at it, you're kind of in trouble. Unless you're planning on doing a ling lurker all in. So we'll see what he does plan on doing from here. Man, those medics are not with the Marines. This is not good for Father. Yeah. Alright, does manage to get in position afterwards though, so not as much of a stomping as it could have been, but he is still going to lose that first group of units, 2 Lings. So definitely was an investment for Zerg. But he can't contain Chava now, and he is going Lurker immediately. So we'll see what he does decide to do with that.
Is it a possibility that can try and contain Father now, or is that a little bit too much?
Well, no, I think he absolutely can, because Father has no units and he has no bunker. And it actually looks like he doesn't even know that it's the Lurker. Like, he's putting turrets up in his mineral line.
Right, yeah, he totally thinks it's Muta, huh?
Yeah, and really there's just a lot of Lings and there's Lurkers coming in. Like, Keen hasn't even tried to expand, so I think he's just going to try and bust the front here. And, like, just considering there's not even one Lurker, I feel like he might manage to do it, to be honest, depending on how fast these Lurkers are. I don't actually know what timing they hit.
Father looking to move... Never mind. I'm sorry. I wanted something to happen so bad. He's looking like he's going to move slightly forward.
Slightly forward. That's the way to do it. Just say something so, like, oh yeah, this is the play.
No.
This is it. This is how you do it. Oh man, I think he's dead.
Yeah.
Having those Lurkers in that position is like just super good for Java.
You just perma cut off the reinforcements. There's nothing you can do about that. And the Lings are all of a sudden in the natural as well. He's pulling the Lurkers away from Marines and getting a lot of SCVs as well in the process.
Yeah, just those 2 Lings on the working on the SCVs there, and gonna just take out a ton of the Marines and effectively keep Father contained in his 2 bases, unable to. Looks like we're gonna have another Lurker kind of walk in here. I don't know. This is not looking good for Father. I think Keen's got this one. Are we gonna see the comeback?
The reverse sweep, except for only 3 games instead of 5. I could see it.
Reverse sweep best of 5.
Reverse sweep best of 5, exactly. Keen's just like
best of 9, best of 5. The thing about best of 9s is that there's a best of 7 and a best of 5 and a best of 3 contained in all in one series. It is a package deal, guys.
Very factual. Very factual. If you just want to watch a best of 3, just tune in for the last 3. You're set.
Yeah, or the first 3 or the middle 3. We have them organized in sets of 3 for your convenience.
You are welcome. I know you can. Thank you so many times. Okay, we do see Father attempting to bust out of here. The Lurker is just so good against Bio. He does tap out. GG.
Alright, GG's called, yeah. You know what we haven't seen from Father is +1 5 rack.
We haven't seen that, yeah. It's only been a couple 3 hatchery games, but I think when he's going Bio, he just likes 2 racks of CAD, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he does too. I don't think I've seen him do +1 5 racks, like, ever in TBC. Alright, our next map is going to be Eddie. I like this map.
Big macro map. What everyone's been waiting for.
It's the big macro game. It's the big macro game map.
With the game on, or with the match on the line, we get to go to everyone's favorite map, In the Way of an Eddy, also known as the longest title of all time.
That's why you just call it Eddie, you know? Like, it's a good map name. And it's blue. It's a blue map. It's such a good map.
Big fan of blue maps. Overwatch and Eddie.
Yeah, blue's a good color. I like blue.
You know, my whole life I've been a blue kind of guy. And now I've been converted to the red side. I just see like,
Damn.
a nice red car or something like that. I'm like, damn, that is beautiful. It's just not the same with blue, you know. I like blue's got its merits. It's don't get me wrong.
Man, I think that though, like purple's gotta both be. Purple is the best color of all.
Oh, that's the trick. You gotta, when there's two great colors, you mix them up. Boom, even better. Obviously we play. All right, we got both our players ready. We're gonna get right into the game. Let's go.
Game number 8.
All right. We've got slight technical difficulties. Arthur a little overwhelmed with all his new responsibilities. He started it as a random player himself with him in the game.
Alright guys, please make sure you show it's love, by the way. He's not only observing for us now, he's also running the stream, and we really appreciate the commitment so that we can get better video quality to you guys. Alright, game number 8. We have RK Father. We have RK Father in the top right corner of Eddie. And we do have DM Keen, our third player, in the bottom left-hand corner of Eddie. Sorry, you were praying?
Yeah, thoughts and prayers go out to... Ooh, we do have a color change. Okay. Big plays from Keen. He said, it's time to get serious.
Did he choose red, though? Or did he just not choose a color because we have to?
Oh... You know, I don't know.
I wasn't watching. I'd have to check.
I'm gonna assume that he changed his color, but it could really be either way. Father, he's going for a Rax in the middle of the map, at least one. Will he go for 2 to try and seal the series? It looks like he's going for the Father special of BBS.
Nice. So I was wrong. I was incorrect. Wait.
Can you
not build
in the middle of this map? This is so embarrassing if you can't build in the middle of this map.
Okay.
He finds a space to build.
Alright. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I've seen last BBS map before. Alright, there we go.
Hit the
Okay, I
right
guess we're gonna
switch.
see if we're gonna see if Keen decides to do the extractor trick this game. Looks like he doesn't.
Father with the sly little wink.
The mind game's coming out.
Keen is going to go for a 12 hatch no extractor trick.
Alright, so he doesn't know.
He does.
I think he's dead. I think Father's got this one. That's my prediction.
I just really want to see some Gosu micro from Keen. Like, if we go into the game 9 4-4, I'm going to be hyped out of my mind.
Yeah, that would be super cool.
Looking a little bit unlikely. Both bunkers finish, and he is going to scout.
Do you mean barracks?
The barracks. Yes, They both start with a B. What can I say?
Terran's hard, guys. All the buildings sound the same.
Yeah, it's literally the same thing. What's the difference? One builds Marines, one stores Marines. Okay.
Alright, we're pulling the boys.
All the boys.
Yeah, I know you're having a very heated discussion on what does and what does not constitute in pulling the boys earlier before I came back from break, and I don't know what the consensus was, but we're gonna see some sick drone micro here now. Man, looks like they're getting right on top of those Marines. I think he's lost like 4 drones so far, though. Yeah.
So many drone kills.
Yeah, I wonder in that case if like just giving up the hatchery and trying to sunk your main. Like I feel like you just can't even hold 50 UES with 12 hatch. Like he's just gonna lose all these drones. All right, does look like Lings are out. Alright, we'll see if he does manage to take out all of these Marines. Does have the 1 drone hanging out there. Clean that up. But Chava has 3 drones left, I think. And there's still more Marines coming. So he needs to keep building Lings. Now, 3 drones is enough to sustain Ling production off of, I think, 1 hatchery. So he's probably, like, I don't know. I don't know what the play is here for third. Like, this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad.
Yeah, it's just so unfortunate. You think that there's...
Yeah, he's just so low on...
Here, yeah. 2 barracks probably outproduced 1 hatchery, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it really depends on if he can sneak out some more drones and how well Father micros. Because if Father messes up his micro and all the Lings get on top of greens, which is what we've seen a couple times now, like, definitely, like, trading like that is okay. But he just has no drones. And he has to run away there, yeah. I think he just has a drone hanging out in Father's main.
Dude, this is when you somehow proxy hatch, when you somehow save up Father GG's, no way!
Alright. I guess that's how you do it.
I'm so hyped. Alright, shout out to Tim for calling the Father GG timing. What a baller play. So we get to go.
He had to have
game
one.
9.
He's been using very respectable GG timing all series. I guess there had to be one.
There had to be at least one.
There had to be a BBS, and there had to be an early GG timing. So we got them all in one game, I guess.
Oh my gosh. The hype is...
He wasn't thinking of me. I told him to think of me, but he wasn't thinking of me, obviously, in that game.
He had spent so much mental energy thinking of you in all the previous games where he didn't GG early that he just couldn't do it anymore, you know? He was like,
yeah.
It's the muscle memory. Just type out the GG as soon as you lose, as soon as you... Alright, we got both our players ready. Let's get hyped, folks. We've got game 9 of Father versus Little Chava.
And it's going to be on Escalade. And we do have our Zerg player, DM Keen, from Samyang Fire in the top right-hand corner. And we have our Terran player, Hierarchy's Father, in the bottom left-hand corner from Team Passion Daddies. And they're tied up 4-4. Man, I love it when we get tied up 4-4 for game 9. So this is match point, but it's Escalade.
And we all know a big part of Father's play. Oh my gosh, Keen's going for the 5 pool.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh. Cross spawn, so that might play into it a little bit. That's absurd.
Game 9. Game 9, guys, on Escalade, and it's coming down to a 5 pool. Classic.
Classic.
What's he gonna do?
Hold this.
Oh, he's forward 8-raxing.
Uninstall the game.
He's forward 8-raxing.
For Keen? Who's this good for? Do you even know?
I think it's good for Keen.
Oh my gosh, Father's gonna be tilted out of his mind.
Well, unless he gets it walled off. Can you wall this? I don't even know.
You can wall it in time, can you? Like, there's just no...
I don't know. I have no idea.
Don't show up at your base.
But the thing is like, when you really need to pull SCVs against this,
mm-hmm.
and if the... Like, he's gonna have Marines in time, but if the Marines can't get behind the SCVs, he's in trouble. Because Marines die really fast when they have no support. So, if he can either get some kind of wall down, or if he can get... Or if you have the barracks in the main, and you can pull SCVs on the ramp, then it's holdable. The thing with forward 8-racks is that you have earlier Marines, but they're kind of out of the map. So it's hard to get them safe behind SCVs. Right, I believe is the way that these two builds kind of interact. I hardly ever, like, I don't spend a lot of my time 5-pooling turn. So... I don't. Is there a gap?
Play. I think there's a gap.
I think there's a gap.
If Lings can't fit through there, I don't know anything about this game anymore.
Okay, he knows. He knows. He has to run away. Oh no.
Oh my gosh. Imagine.
Okay. Alright, so he's gonna go ahead and land his barracks. Oh, is he gonna land it in time?
Oh!
Oh my
they all
goodness.
come out on the wrong side.
Oh
What?
my god, that was insane.
Somebody.
That
Oh my
was
God.
crazy. I thought the barracks was gonna refuse to land.
There's no way that should be possible.
He also had the Marine on the map. Like, Father has a Marine on the map and an SCV.
Father, what?
Oh my god.
Keen
GG?
taps out the clutch RNG of all time. Oh
Man,
my God.
BBS, next game 5 pool.
I don't even know
That's
what to
crazy.
say.
What a crazy series.
What a series. That's so absurd.
Alright, and our TVZ sniper, IRK's Father, is going to take this match 5-4 for Team Passion Daddies again. Man, can anybody beat this guy? Or is he just going to be undefeated in TVZ? Like, how do you kill this guy, ZVT?
I gotta say, someone in the chat saying best StarCraft moment 2020, have to agree. That was the sickest thing I have ever seen in my life. Oh my gosh. I'm actually grinning ear to ear right now. Okay.
Okay. Looks like we're gonna go ahead and jump into a highlight cast, I guess. Our producer, Warpgates, wants to show us the replay, so we're gonna check this out again. This last game here. Such a short one. If you guys are just tuning in now, you have to go back and watch this VOD. Because it was great.
So good. Oh my gosh, this was my favorite one.
It was definitely very good.
Yeah, dude, you gotta put it on like slowest speed. You gotta put it on.
Oh my god. They're literally under the barracks. I don't understand how.
There was one in the Ling that was so far to the left. Look at this bottom Ling. It literally was on the left side of the barracks, and it gets pushed out. That's
oh my goodness.
Look at it, still there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They push them all out.
Right, and Father had a Marine on the map and an SCV, so I think his plan was just to like bunker rush. Yeah.
That's so absurd.
Crazy end to a crazy series. Alright guys, so that was our last game for today. Thank you so much for all of you who hung around for all 9 games. That was a super fun series to cast and watch. I hope that we had an improvement on the quality. Please be sure to tune in on Wednesday, also at 7 p.m. EDT, for the analysis stream of these games. So if you enjoyed these games, come back on Wednesday and we're going to talk about them with the players. I'll probably pick like a couple of the longer games and have them walk us through the process for each game, like the mindset on either side. And yeah, are we gonna ask Father to come up for a quick interview, even though he's coming in on Wednesday?
We gotta have the interview after that ending.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just see how he's feeling. I team was favored going into this, to be honest. Like, I wanted Father to take it. Hey, I got my wish. I was like, I kind of want Father to take it, but I want it to be close.
You said Father. That was your exact prediction. You knew it was coming.
I did. He's good TVZ, man.
He's good. And just a couple, like a month or so, I saw in the Passion Daddies about how his ZVT was, or his TVZ was his weakest matchup, but I guess not. I guess he has been grinding it for the last little bit. I know Father's just one of the ultimate grinders that's coming up right now. He's playing like 10 games a day. He's watching a ton of pro replays. He's watching everything. So he's very, very committed.
Yeah, we're just going to see if we can get him in here for an interview.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey! How are you feeling? Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm still kind of reeling from that last game there. I was just looking at the replay, and it looks like one of the Lings got stuck inside the barracks when it was landing. Like, there was 6 Lings running up to run by, and only 5 were hitting my barracks and supply depot after. So I think like when my barracks landed, it squished one of the lings or something. I don't know. Anyways, dude,
we actually pulled up, like, Wargates pulled up the replay as soon as the game ended, and we watched that in slow motion as well.
Yeah.
Like, one of the lings got stuck under the barracks. It was crazy.
I've never seen that before. That was crazy. But yeah. That was
No, you're still good.
It looks like it's still up on my end.
Okay. All right. Sorry, were you saying something?
No, I mean that was a great series. I'm really happy with how that went overall. I got to show a lot of builds, and so did Keen, and it was a really good series.
Yeah, that was awesome. We really, really enjoyed that. I'm super excited for the analysis stream on Wednesday. But just like a couple, I guess, general questions. We know that you played a TVZ series on all of these maps because this is your second end of the world. And you definitely mixed up your builds a lot this time around. And I was just kind of wondering what your mindset with that was. Like, did you practice like maybe more for this series or differently, or I don't know, what was your thoughts coming into it?
I wanted to come in with a good variety of builds because me and Keen are pretty good friends. We talk a lot, and so he's pretty aware of how I like to play. And yeah, recently I've been doing a lot more mech, and I've been experimenting a lot more with 8 racks. So yeah, definitely to prepare for this series, I've been trying to work on my other styles of play.
Yeah, I think
especially because there's 9 maps and there's so much variety. Like there's so many strange maps in the map pool that really favor like mech or favor rushing. So I wanted to be able to kind of execute properly on each map.
Right. How do you feel about preparing for a best of 9 in general? What are the challenges, and how do you feel like it helps? Like, do you feel like it helps your play prepping for best of 9?
Yeah, it definitely forces you to get out of your comfort zone. I mean, when most people start playing, they get that advice to just practice one build order for each matchup over and over again until they master it, which I think is great advice. But when you're playing someone over and over again, you really have to come with some sort of variety. So it's that mixture of really solid play, but also having multiple strategies ready. So doing these best of 9s has definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone, because when I'm doing like best of 3s for CPL, I can kind of get away with just doing the same build twice if I want to. But with this, I'm forced to play 9 games with the same person, so I had to mix it up.
Right. And as far as like prepping, like actually your practice, do you practice, like, did you do a mock run through best of 9? Do you practice each map individually? Did you have all your strategies decided per map beforehand?
I had some maps prepared, like on Overwatch, you can wall on your natural, so I tried to go for that command center first 5 factory. But he had a good response with the lurkers, and I wasn't diligent with my scouting. And yeah, for a couple other of the maps I did prepare, but some of the little, like the more esoteric maps or older maps or whatever, like Tau Cross and In the Way of an Eddy, as you saw, I really liked them. So yeah, some more than others, but I definitely wanted to get familiar with a couple of the maps I hadn't seen much before.
Right. And do you practice the maps like one at a time? Practice run-throughs of all the different maps in a row?
No. It was just kind of like, I had played on Overwatch before, and I knew you could do that strategy really well, so I planned that for that one. And then like half the other maps are pretty standard that I've played a lot on. And yeah, like Tau Cross and In the Way of the Eddy, I just did prepare for it all, so kind of just winged it there.
Well, it certainly looked like you did a good yeah, we were talking about as we were casting, like, we got to like game 5 or something, and I think me and Lise were like, man, we've had 5 games, haven't seen either player do the strategy twice. Yeah.
I'm glad that was the same for Keen. Also, he definitely, like, he was doing a lot of gas before pull, which is a build that I struggle with a lot. Those quick mutas really wreck my bio micro, which isn't very good. So I think the 2 games he did that, he won both of them, I think.
Yeah, one of them was match point, and he went kind of match.
Okay, yeah, I went mech that game, and so I definitely feel a lot more comfortable with mech against quick gas like that. But yeah, the fact that he was constantly switching it up really made it hard for me to do anything like blind counter him or anything like that. So he kept me on my toes for sure.
Yeah, he was doing a lot of like extractor trick into like scouting, like a really fast scout.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think he was like, and when you weren't 8-rack game on, was it Clayfields?
Fighting Spirit.
Fighting Spirit. Okay, yeah, you 8-racked on. And he sent the Overlord to look for the forward 8-racks.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. But we didn't see 1-on-1.
No, I don't. I'm not a big 1-1-1 fan. I was trying for a little bit. I was trying 8-racks into 1-1-1, which is really strong, but you have to cut so many SCVs that like everything needs to be on point, and it's super easy for you to die. So I was just sticking to mech and bio for the most part. I'm not very comfortable with 1-1-1.
All right. Well, we're definitely going to talk to you on Wednesday a little bit more about the games. But
yeah, I'm excited.
Thank you so much for coming on for another Best of 9. And I know that we're in, I think, week 5 of CPL now. So you've been coaching for 5 weeks. How's that going? Team Patchy Daddies.
Yeah, it's gone pretty well. I feel pretty qualified to help out our tier 2 and tier 3 Terran players. So I've been doing my best to give them advice and set them on the right path when they have questions and whatnot. But it's been a good experience so far. I'm just glad that I can be there to answer questions now and then. Because I know some of the coaches get busy now and then, so I'm doing my best to step in.
All right. Well, I think that you're doing a great job, and that everyone's very lucky to have you. And thank you so much for coming on and playing another best of 9. Congrats for winning your second best of 9. Can anyone beat you, ZBT? I'm not sure.
Thanks
did you have anyone?
Thanks for Cold War Pace for obsing. Later, guys.
Yeah. I was going to ask him who he practiced with, but he left, so it's okay. I forgot. My bad. Someone remind me to ask them who they practice with before I leave, before I end the interview next time.
We never got the chance to ask them about Game 8 either, but that is going to be it for us here, folks, at CPL Studios. Appreciate you all tuning in. Appreciate the players, of course. Appreciate Cold Warp Gates. We'll see.
Please be sure to tune in on Wednesday for the analysis cast of these games, and on Friday for another TVZ between Irakin, Olin, and Relentless. Thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate the support.
Oh, host Ardo, so that one day he'll host me back. Is done.